Marc from Electric Tech. Today we're looking at the Flexispot S4. This is an adjustable electric base. This retails for $429.99. It's available on Amazon and you can get it at flexispot.com. This review is actually personal because this is a device that actually saved my life. This is obviously a really polished product. It's something that I'm really happy about. I'm going to explain to you how this bed changed my life for the better and improved my health dramatically. So many years ago when I was younger, in my 20s, I wasn't feeling good. I went to several doctors. I suffered from exhaustion. I had a little bit of anxiety. I just couldn't concentrate. I just didn't feel good. I had dark circles under my eyes, and none of the doctors could diagnose me, and none of them, could give me any answers. And I went through years of this. I didn't know what it was. I found out I had sleep apnea. So that was about 25 years later. I found that I had sleep apnea, and the way that I found that out was that I have an Apple Watch Ultra. I was actually wearing it and using the sleep functions on it, and I noticed that when I was sleeping, my oxygen levels went down to 84%. So I actually went and got a sleep test, and that confirmed I had severe sleep apnea. And basically, during my sleep, because I was snoring heavily and I wasn't breathing properly, losing oxygen during sleep, and basically your body is not getting, it's not getting the rest that it needs. So you're getting two things at the same time. You're having oxygen deprivation and sleep deprivation, and it really does affect you tremendously. It affects the way you work. It affects your marriage. It affects the way that you feel during the day. Your concentration levels are off, really, and you're always exhausted. And no matter how much you sleep, and no matter how much you exercise or eat good, you're always going to be exhausted. Anyway, so how does the Flexispot play into that? So I'll explain. So after I got diagnosed with sleep apnea, my doctor recommended that I get a sleep apnea CPAP machine with a mask. And that didn't work out because every time I put it on, an hour later, I started, waking up feeling claustrophobic, pulling the mask off, and I just couldn't wear it. I did that for about 2 months, where I really couldn't take it anymore. And I found myself in a really bad position because now I have a condition that I know about that I can't treat. So I was very upset. So doing more research, I did some research and I looked into alternative methods of treating sleep apnea. And one of them I found was a bed wedge. So this bed wedge here, you see this little mattress here. It's like there's an angle to it, where it starts off thick at about 7 inches high and it tapers all the way down. And this is a mattress you can buy on Amazon for about $120. So I bought this and it actually worked. Now there is only one downside to the wedge, and that's because it's angled down on an angle. At the end of the night, I was ending up with my legs hanging off the bed. And that is a very uncomfortable feeling. Even though I was getting the benefits of my sleep apnea being actually cured, my feet at the end of the day, you want to be comfortable when you wake up, and it's a really bad feeling when you're hanging off the bed. So I did some research and I looked into some options. Sleep Number beds were one of them. I went to the Sleep Number store, and the one thing, I love the beds, they were nice, but the one thing that I really didn't like was the fact that the prices are so high that that they offer financing. I mean, if you're going to a bed store and you have to finance a bed, it's kind of a problem for most people. Most people don't want to finance a bed, anywhere from, let's say, $3,000 on a good day, on a good sale, all the way up to $8-9 grand. Not for me. It's basically doing two functions. It's lifting your head and your feet. And the Sleep Number bed has some other functions where it'll harden the mattress. But I was thinking about it for a minute and I said, you know what, let me look into an electric base that's really powerful, that's not overpriced, and that could actually handle my Stearns & Foster mattress. Now, the cool thing about this over the Sleep Number is you can pick your mattress. The Sleep Number mattresses are their own proprietary mattresses, and you can't really, there's not much variation in them. You have to kind of take what they give you. With this here, I mean, Stearns & Foster, when I bought this mattress, about 2-3 years ago, I realized I had one of the best mattresses I've ever owned. It's a pillow top mattress, very comfortable. It feels like you're sleeping on a cloud. So the benefit of this is that you can bring a very expensive mattress and use the Flexispot base, and you're way under a Sleep Number bed price. This actual base could handle up to 600 pounds, which is phenomenal. The motors are super quiet. They're fast, and you have 5 presets with the bed. You have 0G, which lifts up your feet to raise them above your heart. It's good for people that want to decompress their spine. If you have injuries, or you're pregnant, or you're just very overweight, you can do that. It's very good for you. You have a reading position, which actually cants the bed up in an extreme angle, so you can read a book. And then you have the sleep apnea mode, or the sleep function, which is raising just the head of the bed at a slight angle, just like similar to the mattress that I had, but without a downward angle for your feet, so you're not hanging off the bed at the end of the night. And that's the setting that I use. I use the sleep setting on this, and let me tell you something. Not only am I getting 93 oxygen at night, but my sleep is complete. I feel really good. I'm not hanging off the bed, and my life has changed. I have a Stearns & Foster mattress, which is the best you can get. I have a very, very good base, a very solid base. There's no movement in it. There's no play. The base also features a peg system for the legs, and that they're basically 3-inch pegs that screw into each other. So you can basically have the bed at 3 inches off the floor or up to 12. You have micro adjusters on the bottom of the base, and that allows you to make micro adjustments. Let's say you have a wood floor in an old house, it's uneven. Every corner of this bed, which is 6 corners, you can actually adjust that base in a very, very small manner, and then you could have a bed with no canting and no movement at all. It also comes with these little tiny pads that anti-slip pads that you put on the bottom. Very nice touch. And you could actually remove the legs of your Flexispot for convenience, and you could place this on your box spring of your choosing, which makes this system extremely versatile. Now, I want to talk about the remote. The remote is really nice. It's very responsive. When you give a command, it works every time. Here, we're going to use the flat function, which will actually just make the bed go into its flat mode, which is basically completely level. You hear how quiet it is. You could barely hear that. And then we're going to go into this sleep mode again. It actually is going to raise the head up. This is the one I use. Another cool feature on the remote and the bed is an LED light system on the bottom. So if you wake up at night in the middle of the night, you hit the button, and basically you have light all around the bed. And that's good for getting up at night. Really nice. And like I said, this is a polished product. Every part of this bed base was thought out and really well made. So any bed base that you buy is not going to be good unless it has a rail system to harness the bed, which this does. So you have these steel brackets to hold the bed from moving forward, which is right here, and then you have one on each side. This one is covered by the actual pocket for the remote. This is really nice. It doubles as a pocket. But underneath here you have a steel guide, which is really nice. Overall, I really couldn't ask for a better bed base at $429.99. It's really a very good price. The bed base it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get together. It comes with 2 wrenches, and basically that's to install the bolt for the foot base. On the underside of the bed, there's a junction box. All the wires just plug into it. It's plug and play. Everything is marked. It could not be easier and more convenient. Very, very high quality base. Very, very solid. And this will get my approval over any bed base out there. All right, so a couple of things I noticed after using this for a few months. And my high blood pressure went away, which is really good. My average heart rate went down. My oxygen levels are consistent at about 93 to 94% during sleep. I wake up feeling refreshed. My vision actually improved. Now I can see a lot more clear in the day. I don't feel like I'm in a fog. I don't yawn when I'm coming home from work driving, and it's not something that bothers me anymore. I'm able to concentrate when I work, and it allows my day to be a lot more productive, and my whole life has changed. You know, when you have sleep apnea and you don't take care of it, it really affects your life. So this Flexispot bed base, in a way, I would say saved my life, and it improved my health tremendously. If you or anybody you know has sleep apnea, and you don't want to go to a Sleep Number system where you have to use their proprietary mattress, you want to use your own, high quality mattress. go out and get this. This is really something that I recommend, I endorse, and I fully back. I think this is a fantastic quality of product. There is nothing really that could be made better on this. Usually when I do a review, I'm very harsh on a product. I'll put a negative in there. I really haven't found any negative on this product because there's not one detraction. It's one of the most perfect products I've purchased. It does everything that I need. We're going to actually, I'm going to use this. I'm not sure of the longevity. Obviously, I can't report on that now, but I assume from the way it just feels and sounds and the way it works, I assume it's going to last quite a while. And like I said, the price is very low for what you're getting. This is really nothing. Now, besides sleep apnea, there are other conditions, obviously, that we spoke about that this could help. So whether you're looking for a bed for a loved one, maybe that is not in good health and they need something to lift them up, this is definitely something that you want to consider. Sometimes when you have loved ones that are in hospice, they're in the house, and you need an electric bed. When they bring one from the VNA service, the quality of the bed is not really that great. They're very heavy and bulky. This is going to be a lot more convenient, a lot more polished, and like I said, it doesn't break the bank. So this is also good for people that are medical, very good in the medical field, and I think that it'll serve somebody very well to have one of these, especially with all the functions like the light underneath the bed. You also have, like I said, the super quiet motor. You have the ability for this to handle up to 600 pounds, which some of the medical beds, they weigh a ton. If you ever looked at some of those medical beds, they have these special beds that prevent bed sores. They're really, really heavy. And this base is going to be able to handle all of them with ease. Like I said, this will handle up to 600 pounds without a flinch. Anyway, this is Marc from Electric Tech signing off. Please, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Share the video with friends. If you have any comments on performance or how to use this bed, please ask them below and we'll try to get back to you soon. And anyway, we'll see you on the next review and have a great day.